I'm down to fight in the parking lot, Mark Briscoe and Private Party taking on the Hurt Syndicate in-ring debut for AEW. MVP. What'd you think of this whole 6-man tag match?
Surprised with MVP coming out. Thing I was like, oh, I didn't know we were still doing that, right? That he was still going like that. Because they're not taking our advice on the Private Party having a gigantic party of like 20, 30 plus people. This Mark Briscoe teaming up with Private Party for this match, we could have had Mark Briscoe coming into the Private Party, and that juxtaposition, you know what I mean? With them being like, no, he's cool. And everybody being like, he is, right? They're like, yeah, right? And then like, I mean, we could have went so many ways with that, just as a fun little segment, but we didn't get that, right? But but this served its purpose, right? Like, Hurt Syndicate looks badass, don't they?
Well, they did a promo too where MVP, talked about trading in his diamond ring for his boots or something like that. Like he had this quick promo and it looked amazing. I was like, yeah, that's a star, right? I think MVP is great. Yeah, he's cool as fuck. I don't know the Punisher thing. Get that off your phone.
Yeah. It's also like I know he had that a while back before like the
look into the
cops
Punisher,
co-opted that, but like it's not.
Yeah, well, look into it. It might be because anyhow, but
that's what I'm saying. The cops have co-opted it, even though it's
right.
A character about hating them, but whatever.
Right.
Fine, whatever.
Well, Bobby Lashley looked great. Honestly, of the three, and I am so shocked that I would say this, Shelton Benjamin's the one who I've been the most impressed with. Obviously, this is MVP's first match, but I'm just talking about presentation-wise. This is the first time where I'm like, could Shelton Benjamin be the TNT champ? Because I wouldn't hate it. You know what I mean?
Benjamin looks, again, at 68 years old, I think. Mm-hmm. We don't fact check. That's out of style now. So he moves with, again, a smoothness, right? Like, as he's walking around the ring, it's almost like, hey, man, I've done this exact match, coordinated 1,500 times. I don't misstep. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't move the wrong direction. Like, none of it. Meanwhile, I'm also tossing motherfuckers and throwing elbows and breaking teeth. He's awesome.
So Shelton Benjamin, I think it was, got the pin. And so now we've got one of the Hurt Syndicate members pinning one of the members of Private Party. And let's fucking do this. Let's rip the Band-Aid off. Next week, title match by Private Party. Like, not by,
we
but you're going to work out.
But like, again, character work can continue without the titles, but like the titles ain't obviously making them like everybody's like Private Party or my dudes, right? That would happen through cool segments in private parties, but what do we know?
Yeah. But I think having them lose in I think kind of like a squash, like you guys aren't ready for this level of violence, and then they have to learn it, right? Like then they go back, and then now let's just say in 4 months they're like, let's run that back. Oh, okay, cool. Because I think what you would do with the Hurt Syndicate, in my opinion, beat Private Party for the tag titles, right? Boom, got it. Then whenever you decide to get rid of the tag titles off of them, right? Let's say Private Party wins it back. Say they prevailed. Then, as a trio, they say, hey, rated FTR, why don't you rated give us those belts? And then they go for the trios, Hurt Syndicate versus rated FTR. That's the next two things I would do. But
we rated whoop your ass.